All right, check. Check 1, 2, 3. Good morning, guys. Morning, everybody. Doing a little morning power hour trading. Hopefully, you guys are doing good on this April Fool's Day. Don't get fooled. Don't let anybody fool you today. I've already seen a couple things. Kramer said that he is retiring. So but I don't think that's true. Good old Jim Kramer. Sure, there's gonna be a lot of crazy stuff. But yeah, we're just it's 10:16. I was gonna get on a little bit earlier. I'm still trying to figure out what the best time for this type of system would be to get on. Ideally, whenever we get a trade, we don't have a trade right now. I was thinking that we were going to get a trade here on Walmart. There wasn't really a whole lot though. It had an initial good bump, and then now we're kind of pulling back. So I don't know if we'll get a trade here in the next couple minutes. We got this candle. We got 2 more candles after this. To see if we can get a trade. We had a really good run up yesterday on Walmart. Really good morning power hour. Pretty much a textbook, a perfect trade. I mean, it really was. I don't know if Walmart will continue to move like that or not. What I do see is on the daily, there is this, and our power hour isn't quite as good on the daily there, so let's turn that off. But I mean, if you see what I see, let's actually pull up the thing here. But if you check this out, so that's a nice little pattern right there. It could come back into this. That's why I wanted to wait. Well, yesterday was really nice. I mean, it just bounced right off of this bottom level. But typically when you see this type of a pattern, you'll see it break to the downside here, to the upside here. Typically something like this, you'll see it come down here and break this bottom flag. But you know, it definitely went sideways here for a bit. It definitely could continue to the upside there for sure. But what I would really like to see here is this candle close above this level right here, about 87, probably like 87.50. Pretty much where it's at right now, maybe even a little bit higher on the daily. So that would be a nice, especially if we're doing a long-term play. I think that would be a nice. I think that would be a really nice trade potentially. Just because with Walmart is just, there is also some news, so we got to keep our eyes out on news as well. We got tariffs, some news on tariffs that'll be coming out tomorrow. A lot of there could be potentially some uncertainty, and we have some really good information. If you guys haven't checked out our Telegram. Copy link. I'm going to go ahead and share our Telegram in the chat as well. But this is our really good Telegram, and we have a lot of really good information. And so I actually what I like to do, we have some really good information come through. I like to come in the morning here and just look to see what we got. Because I'm not the one posting this. We have team here. And so stock of the day, NFG. So that's pretty cool. Natural. So that's a natural gas stock. ZAS consensus. Okay. Yeah, this could be potentially a really good opportunity. So this is our stock of the day. And just some really good information. We try to really, divide it up into stuff that matters, stuff that's, that you're going to want to pay attention to, and not just a bunch of just fluff. We're testing some ideas, and you can actually give us a little thumbs up here if you like this kind of thing. we're doing a little test here where we might do some swing setups. So here's a nice little setup. All you Forex guys, so that's our OGs. We did a lot of Forex back in the day with trading strategy guides. And but yeah, here's a fair value gap. We've actually just recently covered that in a video here on YouTube, a fair value gap video. But this is a nice potential trade here on pound yen. So yeah, so we're going to be doing a bunch of different stuff like that. And yeah, and we'll talk about some trades. So this one was yesterday. This was Walmart. So yeah, so that is our that is my little spiel on our Telegram. It's free, 100% free. I'm not seeing any kind of trade. So let's actually go on my little hit list here with the power hour. Let's see if anybody got any trades. So no trades so far. Tesla, Apple, the S&P. I mean, it just took a nosedive. Typically, what we need to see with the morning power hour is we need to see some just momentum, just some strong momentum. And honestly, we might get one here. The issue is this: we had a nice little pop yesterday. And so that we have a lot of factors that factor in with this indicator. And so it's not just, if it's below a certain line, a moving average or something, get a signal. No, we got a lot of stuff behind the scenes going on with it. I cover a little bit about it in our members class whenever you sign up. But yeah, this doesn't really at least yet. I mean, we could, if this does continue to go down, downwards like this, we could potentially see a sell signal. So we'll continue to keep an eye on it. The last one was, and what I mean by downward momentum, you see this second candle kind of messed it up, but this was a textbook right here. We started off slow we started off down, and it just continued down. And so it just saw that there was this previous level break, and I actually think I had that drawn. And so it was a really nice trade. It was a big gap. This was another gap. It was a gap. It was a little bit of a gap, but it built some momentum at the second candle. So no trade there. But if you're brand new to the stream, I thank you guys. Thank everybody for showing up. I think this is our third live stream here on YouTube. So I'm going to be trying to do some more live streams. And I think it'll be really helpful, especially with some of these indicators that we have, because we have a lot of systems, and there's a lot of questions sometimes. And so I think, as we do this, we continue to find some good trades, and I really I love the morning power hour. I mean, it's really quick. It's really quick and powerful. Originally, and I've said this now for a few times, but originally this was for NVIDIA. And let's just check out NVIDIA. So the last two extra signals were trades. So basically how it works is, this one was almost a winner. That's a bummer. But anyway, so basically how it works is we can potentially get one trade a day. So one trade a day at 9:30 to 10:30. So that is very large. Try to find a better drawing tool, but this is the 9:30 to 10:30 window. Same deal here, 9:30 to 10:30, and so we can only get signals during that time. And so this was a put position. The next morning it closed out. This was another position. So this was back-to-back put positions, and it closed out right there. So that would have been two. Basically, you just take 7 days out at the money, and then you wait for that take profit. If it doesn't hit the take profit, you just, basically this trade right here, you would have got out flat. So you would get out the next day. That's really all the rules. Very simple. So you're just trading 1 to 2 maximum days. You're never trading more than that. So what's going on, Tyler? How's it going? Appreciate you tuning in today. We're looking for some trades. We're looking for some trades today, and we don't got much time. So we got one more candle. Can we do it? Can we find a trade? Can we find a trade in the morning power hour? Look at this one yesterday. Another really good one on Dollar General. It's been doing these buys really well. This was a loss here, but these morning buys with the Dollar General, been absolutely killing it. See if our Walmart. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get a Walmart. I don't know if we're gonna get a Walmart position. I was hoping we would. I was hoping we would get one this morning. Just like this, but Walmart has the last two candles, and be careful with this position if you guys end up trying to get in Walmart. What I'm gonna wait for is on the daily here. I just covered this, but I see a few folks tune back in. What I'm going to wait for on Walmart is for this. We have to have a candle close above this level. I mean, this doesn't. If this closes back into this zone, I could see this. I could see this coming back down and retesting this 84. But if it can break above, if it can continue to break above this, and say in the evening today, it can close up here. That's two really good candles. I think it could just continue. Now again, there's a lot of talk. There's a lot of news out there, and I try not to. You do have to pay attention to the news. I try not to just fully only focus on that, though, because at the end of the day, the charts are always going to tell you a story. They're always going to say whether there is a potential for a good setup for a buy, because if news will drive these big panic sells and excitement and things like that. So you definitely do need to keep your eyes on the news, which is definitely why we put stuff out there on something like our Telegram. But that being said, when you see a setup like this, and we get a nice little confirmation, it could be really good. I actually found you guys at Google. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So I'm here. I'm actually not in Latrobe anymore. I'm pretty close. I'm in. I'm pretty close to Latrobe. Yeah, Jeanette. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I'm home now. I work from home now. So, but yeah, it was a nice little area though. Latrobe's a really nice little area. Home of Mr. Rogers and the Steelers training camp, which we'll see. We'll see with the Steelers, whatever happens to them this year. A little uncertainty we got going on. All right, so we got two more minutes for the next candle. I'm gonna see if we can find a singular trade here. But if we can't, I'm on the daily. If we can't, it's fine. It's not like we have to trade. And if anybody has a ticker you want me to check out, you want me to check out Bitcoin, let's actually check out Bitcoin. Okay, well, I'm glad I did. So this morning we got a sell trade on Bitcoin. So right at the start. Right at the start. Yeah, it's 10 or 940. Why is it 13 though? Anybody know that? Why does it say 1340? It's 930. Is it not? Am I crazy? Replay? No. Yeah, this is right now. I don't know. Yeah, that makes no sense. This is 930 back here. Sometimes no trade is the best trade. Yes. Yeah, that could save you a lot of money. Sometimes just holding off. So you don't want to just force something. Uh, if it's not there, it's not there. You don't just want to grab something just because you want to trade. Um, guilty, guilty right here. Or adding to your losses. Two big things. You know, it's really interesting with trading. It's like you're always fighting yourself. It's like you can have the best indicator, you can have the best strategies, you can have the best, you know, whatever system you got going on, but at the end of the day, you still got to keep yourself in check. Let's see what we got going on GME. Actually, let me keep this chart. Oh, let's see what we got GME. See if there's any kind of nope, no trades with this was a big big time move, and this did catch that back to back momentum that GME had just a couple days ago. What is it, the 26? Unfortunately, with this, when you get a stock like GameStop, it's really, I mean, the target was right here, the defined target. Every single target is going to be different on different stocks. It's calculated a little bit different. GameStop is just a little bit crazy. You look at these gaps and everything, so it does tend to do that. This one was a nice one, so if you got to grab a quick little put there, nice little quick trade there. So yeah, we're just doing quick little options trades. So I mean, that's kind of the name of the game here. Yeah, we're not. I don't think we're going to get any signal. So, and then what will end up happening, and that's okay, and that's fine if we don't. I just wanted us to jump in the charts just to kind of say hello, see if anybody has any questions or anything like that. We just did a really good moving average video yesterday on the 200 EMA, so that's a pretty cool. That's a nice moving average. Pretty nice on the daily. It really does do well bouncing off of it. So we did a quick little video on that if you want to check that out. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of come and say hello, talk to Tyler, since Tyler's the only one chatting. No, I do appreciate everybody. Oh wait, we got another one. Interest in Bitcoin going down. Yeah, we just had a. Let me go back to Bitcoin. We just had a sell trade here. So if you're interested in on the way up, so basically with a system like this, we only get one trade. So this is the only trade of the day, this sell trade. But it does do buy trades, and we're all the way down here on the 10-minute time frame. We haven't had a Bitcoin signal in a bit. Here's a buy. Yeah, I mean, it just kind of tapered off as soon as we got one there. Yeah, it's not, I mean, again, it's not built for Bitcoin. This was a nice sell trade. This is interesting. Just very quickly looking at this, it looks like it catches these sell trades. It really does find some of these quick little sell-offs. This would have been a nice one right here. Fortunately, it did not. I'm surprised it didn't find momentum here, or I'm surprised it didn't signal. But yeah, Bitcoin, it was never really built for this, but could be a nice little test. To me, with Bitcoin, the best thing to do is to go on the daily and just draw some levels. So this 73,000 level was really, if you're looking for a potential bounce target, or if it can somehow break this initial downsloping trend line here, and I think that could be a pretty big deal, and it could find its way up to 91. So potential for up, potential for down. Bitcoin's just doing its thing though right now. I think it's waiting on. I don't know what it's waiting on. It could be news, could be anything, the economy. But yeah, it'll honestly, what it is just people are just shifting money around. Yeah, let's go back to if we got any trades at all today. So I'm going to go through my hit list one more time. We have this last candle. If we could get some momentum here on Walmart, I mean, this might actually get us a signal. We'll see. I've seen that before where it'll give us the 1030 trade. So that could be potential. Yeah, if you guys have anything, any ticker you want me to check out, throw it in the chat. We looked at Bitcoin. We just looked at Bitcoin. Not typically was one I would use with this system. This system I really would use on any stocks. It could be used with Forex, but the more I looked at it with Forex, I would definitely mainly use this for just stocks. And I'm starting to get a little ETF stocks. I'm starting to get a little hit list together. Hey, we got 3 more minutes. We'll let this candle play out. We'll see if we get any signals over here. If not, then that's okay. Let's see if there's any slingshot stocks trade here. Here's one AJG. That one just got one. It's an interesting trade. That there. It's going. It could definitely could. This is AJG, so that's an interesting trade idea. I'm noticing this. It did break this. It's still deciding. It doesn't want to break it. So if it can close down here. If it can close under 341, I think that could be a good trade. Cool. Well, there's at least one there. Come on, we got to have some, maybe some ETFs here. This is interesting. I think this happened yesterday with the S&P. Big drop in the morning, and then, a continuation upside. So we might see that kind of move again today. See that? How it was, big drop, and then I don't know if there's any kind of news or what. IWM, so the Russell 2000. That was a nice little downside trade here. It looks like we're building some momentum though. Looks like we found some momentum down here. So we'll see what happens. There's a trade right there. Not one I particularly would be. I would have to look back. KO I know is good. Nothing there. Come on, Walmart. We got 30 seconds. Let's see if it'll get a. I don't think we'll get a signal though. We'll see. So basically, what will happen is we go till 1040, essentially, because it'll wait for the candle to close, and then that'll be it. So that there'll be no trades after that. Yeah, so no trade. So there's the final window. So now it's switched to, currently closed, and so we'll have to do our own trading for the rest of the day. That's boring. I did consider. Here's one on Intel. I did consider with this system doing both the morning and the evening power hours, but there was just a little bit too much. I prefer I think the mornings are the most exciting. That has the most potential for a big time move, and you can get out the same day. You don't gotta wait overnight. Overnight could be there is some benefits to that. Overnight, you don't have to, there potentially won't be pattern day trading, for your, if you have under 25,000. But I think they move the best in the mornings. But yeah, here's another one on Intel. So we'll see what happens. You could see something like that. That is, as far as downside move, I mean, there is a big gap here. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, it's right at our mark there. So that could definitely be an opportunity. If we start to see the markets turn today at some point, if we start to see a turn, it could definitely. Well, it's already down. That is down. It's down a lot today already, but. But Intel has been known to do some crazy moves as well. But yeah, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on the markets. That could be an interesting one. Again, that's not like 100% on my hit list. Yeah, because it's not okay. There's a couple decent ones. I'd have to go back. What I've been doing with basically having a hit list would be finding some really good runs, 5-10 trades, some of them in a row, and throwing those on the hit list. So. All right. Well, I think it's a good time to get out of here. If you guys have any questions at all before I leave, let me know. If not, happy April Fools. Happy April 1st. Don't get caught up in a lie today, because there's a lot of people that are good at that, especially online. You'll see a lot of people that are saying some crazy stuff, and maybe the markets will give us some kind of joke too, right? Let's take one more peek at SPY before we go. Yeah, there we go. So a little gap down, and we just kind of V pattern today. So probably SPY will do the typical, this, and then this, and then this. It'll probably do something like that. We'll see. We might get a nice move. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody joining. I appreciate everybody tuning in today. If you're watching a replay, awesome, great. Hopefully we get a few that tune in, check out the replay as well today. And yeah, so we'll be back at this again. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see if anything happens. What I want to do is if we get a good trade, that I'm interested in, I really particularly want to go live then. Not just kind of just looking around. Even though looking around is good, it's just I don't want it to be too boring or anything like that. Like I want to find some good trades and things like that. So, all right. But anyways, that is I will call it there. And I appreciate everybody tuning in again. Don't forget to smash the like, subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. We're growing. I mean, we're really growing this channel. I'm actually pretty shocked, which is really cool to see. And I think, this could be something that we can just continue to do every single day. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one.